What up, figure freaks? Gingivitis coming at you with another action figure review. Today we are doing Hasbro's Transformers Studio Series Transformers the Movie Constructicon Scrapper. Now on the side of the box we got it coming up as Voyager class. We got the Autobot symbol. I don't know what the heck's going on up there. Look like Autobot City. Here we got a little picture from the movie. We got Scrapper in his robot form as well as his alt bulldozer form. On the side here, collect and combine. He is 1 of 5. And we have a picture of Devastator. On the front of the box here, we got a nice picture of his 2 modes and a nice little window so we can see the figure on the inside. It says there is 17 steps to transform. Sounds good to me. Heck of a lot better than 38. So looking like a great looking figure. Other than that, we got the barcode down there. We got a little reader. Let's check it out. Scrapper is the engineer and designer for the Constructicons. He combines with other Constructicons to form Devastator. So he's not just the engineer and designer. He's also the leader of the Constructicons. So let's bust this guy open and see what Scrapper is all about. All right, out of the box, and I gotta say, it's a pretty nice figure. I'd say it's a step up from Bone Crusher, but I really did like Bone Crusher as well. What I really want to know is these guys are pretty much the same size. I'm gonna bring out Bone Crusher here, and I'll bring them back for comparisons, but pretty much the same size, I would say. But why was Bone Crusher only $25 and Scrapper is $35? That's kind of the big question here. I know there are different classes, but you know, and Bone Crusher did come in a smaller box, but behold, they are pretty much the same size. Is it because there's more steps of transformation? Is it because he came with these 2 big cannon things? I don't know. Does this become, I'm guessing it becomes Devastator's gun. So that's pretty cool. And they just pull apart like so. We'll go through the articulation here and then we'll do the transformation. Articulation, his head twists all the way around. He looks down. He doesn't really look up. We got the shoulders. We got a bicep swivel, single jointed on the elbow. Fist kind of goes inward, but that's more about the transformation. There is no waist swivel at all, but it does do the splits. The thigh cut is up here, twists all the way around. We got the knee. And then, of course, the ankle tilt. And it moves a little bit this way, so you can kick out that heel. I think that's about it. You can do this. So, articulation, pretty simple stuff. The paint I like, of course, it's just a bunch of green and purple plastic with some silver and a little bit of the paint apps. You got the Decepticon symbol right there on the chest. You got this little red part here. Kind of cool little, almost like Darth Vader-ish console on the chest. One thing I kind of don't like is down here on the scoop. In the cartoon, he had the Decepticon symbol down there, and it is not there. So, wish they could have done that. That would have been nice. What else is there? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of big gaps back here. And then there's some gaps when he's in the bulldozer mode. But yeah, paint apps are decent for, you know, as limited as they are. Articulation is okay. The plastic molding and accessories are pretty nice. You got the gun here. All right, so let's get into the transformation part. Of course, we do have the instruction booklet. I whipped through it. We're gonna do our best as usual. So you're gonna flip down this chest part right here. See, there's a big hole, and you're just gonna take that head and you're gonna pop it down like that. And then you're gonna close that back right up just like so. So you really want to snap this chest plate in. Make sure it is totally secure. Then you're gonna grab the shovel thing here, and we're going to extend it, and then you can see these slits here are going to plug into these little knobs. So we pop them in just like so. And then you're gonna look over here and you're gonna see this little piece here, and you're gonna push this down until it snaps down into here, just like so. You hear that snap? So there it is, just this little piece. So you press that down. All right, for the next step, pretty simple. I think it's the third step. You're gonna extend both arms up like that, so wheels up. And then you're gonna take these fists and you're just gonna fold them in to that little gap. Same thing other side. And then what you're gonna do is you are going to fold at the elbows backwards. So instead of going this way, you're gonna go away from the front so that the hands or the forearms are pointed at the back of the body. Like so, wheels up. Next step, you're gonna go down to the legs here, and you see that little knob there. That will tab into that space right there. You just press them together. Get them lined up, of course. And then you're gonna take these feet and you're gonna kick them out with the whole front paneling coming forward, like so. Do it with the other side, just like that. So it pops out so that you see all these tab holes right there. Then you're gonna move to the top side and you're gonna fold this into that so that this gap here is going to kind of wedge into this. What you want to do is kind of bring the legs back like that so you got room. Fold this around, and then you kind of want to grab the hips, grab that, and then just kind of, there we go. I think I got it. Yep. So you kind of want to work it in there, bring this out, and then just press this part in. It's kind of awkward, but you know how it is with these transformers. Sometimes it just doesn't feel right, but it works, you know. Next step, you're gonna go to this side here. See the bottom of the feet? You're gonna fold these feet up like so until they snap into place. There we go. Ooh, that was a loud snap. Then you're just gonna fold them down like that. So that's how you're looking so far. And it's coming around. You can kind of see it forming. I think that's, gotta give him a nice big squeeze here. Make sure he's all, there we go. All right, next step, you're gonna take these arms. You're gonna fold it in like this, and you're gonna kind of go like this and then pop it down, I think. Let's see here. There we go. And then you're gonna lock this tab into this port. There we go. All right. So you want to get this to kind of pivot downward. So you're going to basically fold this. There we go. It's kind of weird and awkward yet again, but you got to just kind of work it in there, you know, like that. And then I think we got it. Oop. I guess I didn't have that part, so I just had to, I pressed this side a little bit and it just kind of popped in. And there we have the alt bulldozer mode of Scrapper. And it's not looking too bad. I like the ladders here on the two sides, but this gappy area right here, it would have been nice. Something better here. It would have been nice if they could have done something better with this, like just something like folded out, just to take care of that gappage. But still, not really too horrible. And then what do we got for weaponry? I think we can plug these guys in somehow. Is it just like, no, what am I doing here? I thought they popped in. All right, as it turns out, you can get you can get all these weapons plugged in here. So let's go with the biggest one first. I mean, what makes most sense is, so this big tab here plugs into one of these holes, one or two, but this makes the most sense because there's too much stuff in the way over here. Then we bring this guy over here, and there's this little knob right here, which is going to port into the side of the handle right there. Or wait, I'm sorry. It's that hole right there. So I think, right? Is that going to even work? There we go. Just like that. And then this guy, so he's all powered up. So pretty cool. Now, I didn't do this with Bone Crusher because I didn't feel it was needed, but this is one of the legs, and I'm going to show you how to transform it into the leg. I believe it's the right leg of Devastator. So you're going to take this shovel and you're just going to pop it up like that, just like so. All right, and then I think you just take these, bring it down like that. I think, is that, am I doing it right? I don't know, we'll see. And then I think you undo these. How do I do this? When you bring these arms out and you kind of pop them back, just make sure they snap in. There you go. So they kind of come out. There we go. And then pop them back in. So basically you're looking at the foot there. So these would be the toes, and this would be kind of the heel area. So just like that. And then you're gonna look back here to where the feet are. You're gonna pop these up. And what you're doing by doing that is you're just trying to create a little room for this guy to pop out. So you're gonna grab this top part and kind of pivot it down like so. All right, so then you're gonna take the driver like area or cockpit or whatever, and you're gonna turn it all the way around. And then you're gonna bring this in. To see, these are like kind of like tabs right here. They're gonna fit into these two areas. So we're gonna bring that back down. Come on. Oop. Oh no. That wasn't good. All right. Again, I'm afraid to use all of my muscles because I just feel like I'm going to break them, but it just pops in just like that. Pretty easy. And then you just take the feet again, fold them back down. They should snap into place. And there you go. You have your right leg foot of Devastator. There is a pivot. Where is it? Oh, I think it goes sideways. Yep, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, should snap 4 ways. So there, that's kind of your ankle articulation there for the giant Devastator. Does it go the other way? No, it doesn't. So that's how you know this is the right foot. Because left foot's going to be here, which is Mixmaster. And then this guy. So there is your foot. Back to the alt mode, I gotta say I like it. I don't really have much to compare it to, like reference wise. I never got any of the original constructicons because I kind of fell out of toy collecting for a little while at that age. It just seemed like there was too much, and I was getting like superheroes and Secret Wars, superpowers, shit like that, you know. So I think that I kind of fell out of Transformers, but I've like found them again, and you know, I was kind of collecting them passively, but I'm getting very aggressive right now. I love Transformers. These wheels are nice, pretty free, so he will be rolling. Sounds like he needs a little bit of WD-40 in there. I don't know. But yeah, no rubber tires. It's all plastic. I do like the green. So the paint, you know, it's just the green plastic. They print them out in this color and then paint the smaller areas. So there's no qualms or beef with the paint at all. I actually really like the color of the green and the purple for this guy. So let's put this guy back in robot form and let's do some comparisons. All right, just before we do comparisons, we're going to measure this guy's height to the top of his head. And whoa, he's just short of 5 inches. Is that right? My God. Yeah. Under 5 inches. That's crazy. Let's bring in Bone Crusher. See where he's at the top of his head. And he's about 5 inches too. Wow. Okay, interesting. But I'm liking, this is a good start for the Constructicons. They look great. I'm loving this lime green. I'm liking the purple. The designs are great. I love these legs that they use the treads of the tank or of the bulldozer. Really cool. I mean, like, there's a swivel there. There's a kneecap. There's the foot area. I mean, it's pretty wicked. I like it. And it's better than you'd think for posing, you know. It looks pretty good, but I just like him having like the stiff legs, I guess. The taller the better, right? So yeah, I can't wait till we get that 2-pack with who is it? I think it's Long Haul and Hook. And then we gotta wait for Mixmaster and fuck, I can't remember the other guy. But anyways, moving along, we got Cyclonus. Looking pretty big there. I'm not really sure who turned into Cyclonus, but I think it was either Thundercracker or Skywarp or one of the Insecticons, because they're the ones that got tossed out in the movie. Like the design though. And then let's bring in some Autobots. Got Air Raid, Aerial Bot. Looking a little bit smaller than the Constructicons, but that's okay. Bring it over here. Come out of the way. And then since we got the constructicons, we're going to bring out some Autobots that like doing construction as well. And that's Hoist, which is kind of a redesign of Trailbreaker, but I think both those characters are great. I like Trailbreaker a lot. And then we got Grapple. And I actually really like this figure too. And he is kind of a redo of Inferno, the fire truck. And they came out at the same time back in the 80s, and they look pretty much the same. They're the exact same model. Just one was like a construction working, there's like a ladder or a hook back here. And then Inferno was the fire truck. So there we go. If I'm gonna rate this figure, gosh, I can't even remember what I gave Bone Crusher. I'm thinking it was probably like a 7 or a 7.5. So I'm gonna give this guy, Scrapper's getting a 7.5. I really dig the look, the design. Pretty easy transformation. No beef with the paint. Articulation's decent. Weaponry's all right. I wish we could get more blast effects that come with these guys. That would be killer, but it is what it is. I find myself saying that a lot these days. But yeah, we'll give him a 7.5. Scrapper, nice figure. I give it a thumbs up. So I'm going to wrap it up right there, guys. Coming up with some WWE legends. Godfather Carlito, Kurt Angle. I also got the Target exclusive Hulk Hogan Ultimate. And, well, Target mailed it to me. And they mailed it in a freaking bag, so it's all dented and beat up. So I'm going to see if I can go swap it out at the store for a more minty one. Because I'm not sure if I'm going to open it, but I just thought I'd pass that along. Guys, please like, subscribe, comment. I'll hit you back in the comments always and forever. I appreciate you watching. You keep watching, I'll keep making them. Well, if you stop watching them, I'll probably keep making them anyways. But thanks, guys. Take care. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.